Hello everyone, this is Neil Balich. In the video that I made called Thoughts on Transformers Wild King and Transformers Fans' Reaction to Poor Product, I talked about nostalgia and how Takara Tomy is using it the right way, unlike Hasbro that keeps trying to get milk from a cow that has long passed its prime. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because if you're going to keep using nostalgia as a means to sell product, then you can't just keep relying on one era in time to sell product. Of course, I'm referring to the 80s Transformers cartoon, as well as Power Rangers, which is now in the hands of Playmates. And Playmates is making the same mistake as Hasbro did, as well as any other toy company that relies heavily on the past to sell product. As soon as Playmates got hold of Power Rangers brand, they quickly brought back Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Like, really? I get they are the most iconic, but come on. You have all these Power Rangers series, all these different types of Megazords, and you keep going back to the G1 version of Power Rangers. Kids who grew up in the 90s and early 2000s got into the franchise, like Power Rangers and Transformers, with the various versions of those brands. I think I've talked about this in other videos, how every different series of Transformers and Power Rangers has been someone else's G1 or Mighty Morphin. And yet companies will only use the first installment of those brands, while sprinkling those lines with a few characters from other versions. And I'm so tired of always seeing the Mighty Morphin Megazord from big name companies to third party. It's always the same thing, only with a slight twist. You can do that with Voltron because that franchise didn't have any other mechs besides that vehicle one, but that one wasn't very popular. Anyway, what gets me isn't that these companies ain't creating anything new, even though that's a part of it, is that they keep going back to one part of the past. Even though they have all these other versions that fans would like to see make a comeback, yet they just keep going back to square one. And for anyone who says G1 of any brand sells better, keep in mind those fans won't be around forever. And on top of that, companies are losing potential buyers by only focusing on the very first installment of these brands. I'm sure there are fans that would love to see a return of other Megazords, like Time Force Megazord, Jungle Fury Megazord, Wild Force Megazord, and many others. Same with Transformers. There are fans that would love to see a visit to other TF lines, like those damn Transmetals, and I don't want to hear anyone defend Hasbro but why they can't make them, because anything would just be an excuse. And you know it, and you know it. Point that I'm trying to make here is, if you're going to keep recycling the past, then you've got to use all of it, not just the parts that will sell the most. And before I end this, I want to show this. I saw what is a G1 Bumblebee toy made with modern engineering, and I'm thinking, really? Another Bumblebee toy? Are you kidding? At the very least, they could have used a different G1 character like Trax or Hound, but no, it just had to be Bumblebee. I am sick of seeing that character. Even when Hasbro is reusing G1 characters, they managed to screw that up. I swear, nostalgia is becoming very toxic, as some fan communities are. Anyway, that's more or less what I wanted to say. Like before, if you like my content, subscribe and share the video. You can also support me by buying one of my books. I will try to leave a link below, and if I don't, plenty of my other videos have links. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll be back.